What pisses me off the most is the fact that I got played by a I wasn't even initially attracted to. I settled for you and you played me? Like, how that shit work?
Gentlemen, stomp your feet, and ladies, clap your hands. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Gentlemen, stomp your feet, and ladies, clap your hands. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, KCTV. Thank you for tuning in once again. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a story time for y'all, and girl, I got played again. Like, you know when you get played the first time and you be like, oh, that ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna make sure of it. And then you get played the second time and it's like, oh my God. This one dead ass caught me off guard. And on top of it, y'all, this was a workplace fling. So at my old job, I was the project manager for the print shop. And another one of the companies that was within the 5 companies was an entertainment company. And he was an artist that was signed to the entertainment company. We're gonna call him Ganja because he smoked a lot of weed, all right? That sets the preface for you, right? I was working at the job 5 months before me and Ganja ever even spoke to each other, okay? And I feel like I also heard, or maybe I saw or whatever, but he had a girlfriend. I don't do dudes with girlfriends, so boom, there's literally no reason for us to talk at all, right? Me and him first ever even said, hey, to each other when we was out at an event. It was like a work event. And so while we was standing in a circle and we was all having a conversation, I was overhearing him have like a separate side conversation. And he basically was saying how he was just happy that he finally free. I think somebody had ended up mentioning the fact that like he didn't have a girlfriend no more. Next day or a couple of days later, I had ended up seeing him out. When I was out with my cousin, we had seen him at this restaurant. He came over, he spoke, cool, but I already peeked. He was eyeing me from across the room, so I already knew. I said, all right, yep, he's definitely finna try to shoot his shot. So the next day after I see him at the restaurant, he comes strolling down the hallway, fake acting like he needed to talk to somebody in the print shop about something. He came down, sat next to me, and me and him had our first legit conversation. I wasn't initially attracted to him, but he has such a good personality. Me and him connected really fast. So at the time, he was working on an album that he was about to drop, and he needed to organize a whole bunch of his music to figure out all the songs that he wanted to put on the album. So then he was like, yeah, can you help me organize? So then I started going to the studio after I would get off work and helping him. Of course, we started off helping each other, but then that soon, and then we would always have a session after the studio. Once you start having sessions, y'all start talking about y'all whole lives. Y'all get, you just get real comfortable. I'm asking him like, why did you and your last relationship end? Oh yeah, let me also add this. Him and her were living together, okay? She had 2 kids already by somebody else. So they was living together and they was arguing all the time and he was just constantly stressed. They broke up, and then when they broke up, apparently she tried to talk to one of his homies. So then now he's super like, man, F her. I said, I think it's a little too soon for you to be trying to like date. You just got out of a 2-year relationship. And he like,
no, like I'm over that. Like I'm done with that. I'm over that.
Now, let me be clear that the entire time, I was not looking for a relationship. So I was just on some like kick it vibe shit. On top of the fact that this is when I was living in San Antonio, so I had already planned on moving. So like the second week of January, I, say like we need to go on a date. And so he was like,
I've never been on a date before.
And I'm like, didn't you just say you had a girlfriend for 2 years? He was like,
yeah, I mean, we never went on it like a legit date.
Once he told me that he had never been on a date before, now I feel like I'm taking him on the date. So I literally planned a date for us. We went to a sip of paint, we went to eat, and then I got us a room. We didn't do nothing. It was just because I had stayed with my dad, and y'all, he was homeless. Bitch, he was sleeping in the studio.
Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
I know. Because mind you, like I said, him and his girlfriend was living together and they broke up. And so he moved out and he didn't have nowhere to go. So he moved into the studio. Embarrassing. After the date, he just basically let me know like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with you talking to nobody else. And if you're going to be talking to somebody else, then I'm not gonna fuck with you basically, because I like you and it actually makes me feel some type of way. I didn't think it was gonna make me feel some type of way, but now I'm feeling some type of way. But we not together. You don't get to leave me. I leave you. When he was just like, yes, I'm gonna just fall back, I'm instantly like, no, you're not. I was just like, okay, fine, I'll fuck with you. Let me say he did end up getting an apartment. And once he got an apartment, I was over that apartment like every single day. So for one, he done already made me stop talking to who I was talking to. For 2, I done took him on his first date. For 3, he calling me baby.
You know you my baby, right?
And Me and him had went to Austin together like twice. So we done already took a little road trip together. And he told his mom about me, sent her a picture from when we took a picture at our sip and paint, and sent her a picture. She's like, oh, she's so pretty. We are going to fast forward to February, where shit just went left. And I'm talking about all of a sudden left. His communication started just being a little bit lackluster, right? Out of nowhere, he just started being super moody towards me. The first week of February was good. Like the second week of February, that's when his communication started being like a little off, but we was still seeing each other every day. I ended up, folding and being like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. A few days later was Valentine's Day, so I was with him on Valentine's Day. Then fast forward, mind you, my birthday is 4 days after Valentine's Day, so I went over there, he cooked me breakfast. What's crazy is like right after my birthday, when I tell you this man started acting weird, his first thing that he wanted to just make an issue was me asking a lot of questions. Bitch, I've been asking you a lot of questions. Like I naturally ask a lot of questions. I'm a curious ass. You feel me? Like that's just me. I remember this one time, this is how I knew. I said, oh yeah, something ain't right. So I went over to the studio, and so I'm just talking to him, and I'm just like, yeah, I finally told you about my friend. I told my friends about you. He was like,
Oh yeah, what you tell him?
oh yeah, and also, mind you, this man had his rap name and his real name. I called him by his real name, okay? So we're gonna pretend that Ganja was his real name. I'm telling him like, yeah, I told him like, I'm talking to this dude, his name Ganja, and da-da-da-da-da, he do this, da-da-da-da. When I tell you this man flipped shit, this man said,
Why the fuck would you be telling him my real name? Don't nobody know my real name. Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand why you would do that. Like, don't tell nobody my name.
first of all, bitch. I'm like, they don't care about your name. They don't even know you. They're not even gonna meet you, see you, nothing.
I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why you would tell them my name.
There's just no way you're dead ass trying to get mad at me about telling my best friends about who I'm talking to. So then after that, whatever, we get over, we still talking a little bit. We still talking, but the conversation is just not hitting the way I used to. We not texting as much. We not on the phone as much. We not linking as much. Like say if we was linking every single day, we went to Lincoln like every 2 days. So I go over to his crib one night, and it's kind of like late. We kicking it, we chilling for a little while. And then he's like, all right, I'm finna go. Maybe it's like 11 and I got there at like 10. And I was just like, damn, where you finna go? Like, I just got here. Why you ain't tell me that you was finna leave? Otherwise, I would have like never came. He like,
Oh, I'm finna go to the studio.
well, how long did you know you was going to the studio? Like, you knew I was coming over. Like I'm confusion type stuff. When I tell you this man flipped but like way worse than me telling my friends his name. This man is screaming. And now me, if you gonna scream, I'ma let your ass scream. I'm not gonna be screaming back and forth with you. Like I'm not. Because also, what I have to say is very important, and I don't want to get lost in the sauce, okay? So I'll wait till you're done. Basically tell him he has me all the way fucked up. He done lost his damn mind. And I storm out that bitch and slam the door shut. After that, we really started being distant. Mind you, this is all taking place still in February. And then I was just like, yo, we need to talk. After work one day, we went in my car. I was basically just trying to ask him like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, we was just good. And now all of a sudden you acting this, you feeling some type of way about everything that I do. You constantly trying to argue with me. Like, what is the problem? Of course, he wants to hit me with some more, with the same, I just got a lot of shit going on ass bullshit. So when I tell y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I let him have it. By the end of it, he was just like,
We're gonna figure it out.
okay, like the after that, I think we linked like one more time. It was just regular, it was cool, nothing major. If I tell you how I feel and you kind of like low-key dismiss that shit, I'm over it and I'm off it. I fell back. I wasn't even like really texting like that. So now we're in March. Me and him haven't really talked, and the lockdown had just happened. I remember texting him, hey, just checking in on you, like we ain't talked for real, and I'm just, seeing how you doing. Till this day, his last words to me were,
I just got a lot of shit going on right now, but once I get square, you gonna be the first person I get right with.
I think I'm about to text back and just like, okay, cool. I would say like literally 2 weeks after that, why do I get on Facebook? This is how you knew it was meant for me to see, because I don't even get on Facebook like that. I see him posting a baby's outfit or something like that. I don't remember what he captioned it, but basically I was confused. I was just like, why is there a baby? And then I'm seeing all of the comments, congratulations. And I'm like, what the I'm like, who baby is this? It was his baby. Apparently, Shorty, the ex-girlfriend, had got pregnant right before they broke up. Once they broke up and he found out that she was trying to talk to one of his homies, I guess according to him, he like blocked all communication from her. So apparently she was trying to reach out because she was pregnant. But since he had her blocked, he didn't know. And I know he didn't know because I remember in January, me and him having a conversation. I was just like, yeah, that's just so crazy. Like, I'm so happy you ain't got no kids. He was like,
yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm so happy. I didn't make it to 26. I ain't got no kids.
Yeah, I don't do them kids. In February, when he started acting funny, I believe that what was really happening was that he finally answered the phone for her. She told him he was trying to see if it was legit, found out it was legit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't know how to tell me. Apparently, she had the baby like prematurely. I was able to do some snooping for a little bit. And then he ended up blocking me. But mind you, he never said anything to me. He just blocked me. And then on Instagram, he hid his story from me. But you know, duh, I'm instantly finna go on a burner account and look at your story. And he had posted her and was just like, I love you, baby, da-da-da-da-da. Like they was just back together. No, you didn't. I'm gonna lurk because I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get my closure for me. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. A year later, they had another kid. So now they got 4 kids, because mind you, she had 2 kids and he had, and now she just had 2 kids with him. I did see him like in passing, like twice. Me, I'm instantly gonna turn my head. You don't exist to me. You're not even man enough to come to me and be like, I apologize for treating you the way I did, but this is what it was. And you know, I am still in love with her and we have kids together. And I would have been like, okay, cool, like go ahead and do your thing. But to literally ghost me, and that is my last time lowering my standards of looks to a medium ugly just because of his personality. It was just really crazy. Hindsight is 2020, and just seeing how him picking those arguments with me was probably him trying to make me stop messing with him so that he didn't have to stop messing with me. I never really cared that much because I never really had deep feelings for him. I was just like, well, don't start acting funny out of nowhere. Like, let me know what's good. That's pretty much the story time. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. This concludes another segment of Keeping It Real with Ken, all day, every day.
Get down, little mom. 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 Get down, little mom.